Hi guys, just a quick video on the Seiko Scuba 200 meter 5H25 6000 with the golden accents there, applied indices. So if you look at the indices there, you will see there applied hands as well, minute hand, the hour hand, and only date there. Only date window. Now there's one curiosity here. The 4 o'clock, the 4 position there, there's like 4 bars in the Roman numerals. Not the typical IV thing there, but 4 bars. I don't know if that's, I mean, how common is that in these watches, Seiko watches, but I don't know, something that I was very curious about. There's a little bit of golden accents as well here around the bezel. This is a 120 unidirectional bezel, very stiff, by the way. My copy is very stiff and very kind of like not easy to turn bezel, but very handsome for some reason. They're the domed crystal. Like, I think I talked about that in a previous video about this superior line of monsters with the same feature, featuring a domed crystal. This one has a domed crystal as well, mineral crystal, by the way. This watch, this particular copy, is from 1990, May 1990, as you can see here from the back. So if you turn the watch there, turn it around, you find 05. That means it was made in May of 1990. Okay, and this is, well, some people call it the Ashtray for obvious reasons, because it looks like an ashtray. So even though the ashtray, the actual ashtray is a diver's watch from the 80s, if I'm not mistaken, a larger copy. Let's talk about dimensions, because that's what I wanted to talk about. This watch has a case size of 39 millimeters. A log to log of 40, log to log, so from this end to that end of 46.5 millimeters. And the width of this watch is 10.5 millimeter, millimeter there. And then we have a strap size there, so the log width of 19 millimeter. So it's a very decent watch, very nice dimensions. The dial, so from this point to that point, so from that point to the opposite side of the dial, you have here exactly 26.5 millimeter. So it's a super cool watch dimension wise. It's comfortable, and for those of us who don't like bigger, larger watches there, this is an amazing choice. Let me give you here a comparison with a Swatch. I'm gonna talk about the Swatch watches later on. I'm into Swatch now because they are super comfortable, light, and I like the feeling of these. Well, this is the new bioceramic line. I'm gonna talk about this watch later on, but look at this, the comparison. I mean, it's a super comfortable thing by Seiko, and I was curious about this symbol down there. So I was reading a little bit about that. So the symbol is repeated on the case back there, and it makes reference to the fact that this is one of the old sort of Diwa watches, Diwa Seiko. Let me show you something, a curiosity here on the back of the watch. There's like a scale running from 21, 22, 23 all the way up to the year 2000. Okay, and there's a dot here as well on top of the 93. So what's going on there? I made a little diagram there. So basically what's printed on the back is a scale running from the first quarter of the year 91. So each year is divided into quarters, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each year 4 quarters. Okay, so you go from 91 to 2000 there, and there's a dot there on top of the second quarter of 93. Well, this watch was made in the second quarter of 1990. I told you it was made in May, as per the case back there, in May 1990. Well, that means that the battery needs to be replaced after 3 years. So the second quarter of 1990, 91, 92, and 93. Okay, so after 3 years you need to replace the battery, and then later on 93, in the second quarter of the 96 year, 1986, you need to replace the battery, and so on. 99, and then you go from 91, 2000, then you go to, what do you call this, 91, 2001, and 2002. So the second quarter of 2002, you need to replace the battery, and so on. So it's basically a scale to keep track of the battery changes of this watch. Okay, very interesting thing by Seiko. And let me tell you about a loom shot here, because this watch was, I mean, the loom was amazing, as you can see here, but now it's not that powerful there. Okay, obviously I have the lights on there, but it's, even if I turn them off, if I, you know, kill the light, it's not gonna survive for a long time. So anyway, I just wanted to make this quick video about this watch. If you have the chance to grab this watch, do it, because it's a beautiful, beautiful choice to the real, you know, actual Ashtray, and in a smaller dimension. It's very comfortable, beautiful, handsome, and you're gonna like it. Okay guys, see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching.